First we'll climb a tree, and maybe then we'll talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts, illusions of someday, casting a golden light. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. That's when the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we'll smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. This is our life. There in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your cloud, you tilted my hand. Rain falls in real time, and rain fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. When the hornet stung me, and I had a serious dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we spoke them out. You are ahead by a century. 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 And disappointing is getting me down.
Yeah, so I'm John Ludi, and if you want my backstory, there's some interviews on this here YouTube that could provide such, or if you want to go through a faster process on my website, johnludi.com, there's a bio. As for what I want, not a whole lot. I'm semi-retired as a musician and artist, and not really doing much except for sharing some songs that I like, and hopefully not doing them a total disservice in the process. Acoustic Plus is just me performing song that I love, and then taking that original performance and enhancing it with with additional overdubs of various instruments and background vocals and harmonies, and maybe even having fun with a video and posting it so that people who are familiar with that song can get a different, hopefully respectful spin on it from myself, or people who are not familiar with the song maybe get something out of it and go check out the original. So, Gordon Downey of the Tragically Hip, a great singer, songwriter in my estimation. I rate him up there as a lyricist with Leonard Cohen, Joni Mitchell, Elvis Costello. I mean, people who write just brilliant, brilliant lyrics. And he sang them in an incredibly moving and emotive voice. Um, there's a handful of singers that, for me, um, can really just tug at my heartstrings by singing menu items at a Denny's. and and he would be one, like Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues, Amy Fall of October Project, more obscure. Kate Bush has that effect on me on occasion. Steve Hogarth of Marillion is another one. But Gordon Downey, Tragically Hip, a Canadian band, huge in Canada, didn't make too many waves in America, but were just, an enormous pillar of Canadian rock music, and deservedly so. Um, a great band, and one of the things that I've always admired about Gordon Downey's songwriting is that, unlike myself, I mean, I think I'm a pretty good songwriter, but what I do is lyrically just in your face. I mean, it's very wordy, and I'm really kind of pushing home the point. Whereas Downey wrote in a much more abstract way, and was one of those people who could write a handful of lines and convey just an incredible rich field of imagery and thought. Always admired that, and he sang it so beautifully. Sadly, he passed on, and at 52. And I say sadly. I mean, personally, I can't wait to get off this rock. But I say sadly because it just seemed like he was one of those talents that leaves at a young age that could have produced so much more. But I guess when it's your time, it's your time. However we interpret it here on this side. So my version, basically to acoustics, the one that I'm doing in the video live, is just regular tuning. It was kind of the part that Gordon Downey was playing. And it's not a hugely complicated song. It's got that little half-steppy thing going on, which gives it sort of this exotic Zeppelin-esque feel to it, But the other guitar, the overdubbed one, the overdubbed acoustic guitar, is more or less Rob Baker, his part, which is an open tuning, which I think is all C's and G's or something like that, which has this really, it's a really neat tuning, very droney, and I haven't really played with open tunings all that much in my career, and I've always wanted to, so this gave me an opportunity to play around with that and have some fun with it aside from recording this tune. Aside from that, a guitar run through, an effect I put together on a pedal, mellotron, background vocals, and bass, and a distorted guitar. So not a whole lot of augmentation, but enough to give it a nice, rich feel, I suppose. Yeah, I guess not a whole lot more I can say about my version of it. As always, I hope I did it justice and wasn't insulting to the memory of Gordon Downey by doing it. I guess that's up to other people to judge, but did it out of love and respect for the band, the singer, and the song itself. But I encourage people who like that song, if you are not familiar with the Tragically Hip, check out their stuff and Gordon Downey's solo work. I mean, just brilliant and music. And the Tragically Hip were a band that really could they could do some amazing, straightforward, just in-your-face rock tunes, and then some stuff that could just melt your heart, and everywhere in between. So just a really gifted band. Great singer and class act all the way around. So they are missed. All right. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.